Hey everyone, welcome back to Tune In English.
Hi, guys. We're so happy you're here with us today.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the Tune In English podcast, where we help you learn real, natural English through real conversations.
And if you've been learning with us for a while, welcome back, my friend. Grab your coffee, relax, and let's improve your English step by step.
Today's topic is something simple but incredibly powerful.
Yes, we're talking about the present simple tense.
Specifically, how to use the present simple in real conversations.
Not complicated grammar rules, not long, confusing explanations.
Just clear, practical English that you can use every day.
So, Adam, let me start with an easy question. What do you usually do in the morning?
I usually wake up at 6. I turn off my alarm, stretch a little, and then I make coffee. After that, I check my emails and read the news for a few minutes. I start work around 8. What about you?
I wake up around 7. I make a cup of tea, sit by the window, and read a few pages of a book. Then I plan my lessons and check my schedule for the day.
Listen to us for a second. Wake up, make, check, start, read, plan.
We're already using today's grammar without even thinking about it.
Exactly. We're just talking about our normal routine.
And that's the key. When we talk about habits, routines, and things that are generally true, we use the present simple tense.
The present simple is the foundation of English.
If you really understand how it works, not just the form, but the feeling, your English becomes more natural and more confident.
Because this is the tense we use every single day.
We use it to talk about routines.
We use it to talk about facts.
And we use it to talk about permanent situations in our lives.
So if you want your English to sound clear and real, you're in the right place.
All right, Adam. Big question. When exactly do we use the present simple?
Great question. We use the present simple for things that are always true or things that happen regularly.
So not just something happening right now.
Right. It's not about this exact moment. It's about normal life, regular life.
Let's start with habits and routines because that's the easiest place to begin.
Good idea. Anna, can you give us some simple examples from your daily life?
Sure. I wake up at 7 every day. I drink tea in the morning. I go to work at 8:30. I check my messages during lunch.
Those are all repeated actions. They happen again and again.
Exactly. They're habits. They're part of my daily routine.
So I can say I play basketball on weekends.
Yes, perfect. That's a regular activity. It doesn't happen just once, it happens again and again.
I can also say I visit my parents on Sundays.
That's right. Regular action, present simple.
Let's slow it down for our listeners. When something happens every day, every week, every month, we use present simple.
For example, I brush my teeth every morning.
I go to the gym 3 times a week.
She studies English every evening.
They watch a movie on Friday nights.
These are not special events. They're not surprises. They're just normal life.
And that's why the present simple feels calm. It describes stability.
Now, let's talk about facts. This is the second big use.
Facts are things that are always true.
For example, the sun rises in the east.
Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
The earth moves around the sun.
These things are true today, tomorrow, and next year.
They don't change. That's why we use present simple.
So it's not about my personal routine anymore.
Right. It's about reality, the world, nature, science.
I can say ice melts in hot weather.
Perfect. That's a general truth.
People need sleep.
Yes, humans need water, babies cry, plants grow in sunlight.
So here's the simple idea. If it's always true, we use present simple.
Habits and facts. Two big uses already.
And there's one more important use.
Permanent situations.
Permanent means something that stays the same for a long time.
For example, I live in Australia.
I work as an English teacher.
She works in a bank.
They have 2 children. These are not temporary actions. They're part of someone's life.
They describe a stable situation.
So if I say I work for a tech company, that's present simple because it's my regular job.
Exactly. It's part of your life right now. It's not just for one day.
So let's quickly review. We use present simple for habits
For facts,
and for permanent situations.
3 simple ideas. And you already use this tense more than you think.
Now, in the next part, we're going to break down the structure, how to build positive sentences, negatives, and questions clearly and confidently.
And don't worry, it's much simpler than you imagine.
Ready? Let's continue. All right, let's build the present simple.
Step by step. Don't worry, everyone. The structure is actually very friendly.
Let's start with positive sentences. These are the easiest.
For most subjects, I, you, we, and they, we use the base form of the verb.
Base form means the normal form of the verb. No changes, no extra endings.
For example, I work, you study, we live in Sydney, they play football.
Simple, right? Just subject plus verb.
I drink coffee, you watch TV, we have class on Monday. They speak English at work.
It feels clean, no stress, no complicated changes.
But there is one small thing.
Yes, here it comes.
For he, she, and it, we add an S to the verb.
Just one small letter, but it's very important.
For example, he works, she studies, it rains a lot here.
So we say, I work, but he works.
I play, but she plays.
They live here, but it lives here.
That little S makes a big difference.
And many learners forget it.
Yes, and when you forget it, the sentence sounds a little strange to native speakers.
For example, she work in a bank sounds wrong.
It should be, she works in a bank.
Let's practice the rhythm together. I work, you work, they work.
He works, she works, it works.
Can you hear the difference?
Try saying it out loud. He plays football, she drinks tea, it looks good.
Now let's go a little deeper. Sometimes the spelling changes slightly.
Yes, for verbs that end in CH, SH, X, or O, we usually add ES.
For example, he watches TV.
She goes to school.
It fixes the problem.
And when a verb ends in consonant plus Y, we change the Y to IES.
Like, she studies English.
He tries very hard.
But don't panic. These are small spelling rules. The main idea is simple. He, she, it add something.
Exactly. Now let's talk about negative sentences.
This is where many learners feel confused, but it's actually very logical.
In the present simple negative, we use do not or does not.
And in normal conversation, we usually say don't and doesn't.
For I, you, we, and they, we use don't.
I don't like coffee.
You don't work on Sundays.
They don't watch TV in the morning.
Now for he, she, and it, we use doesn't.
She doesn't like coffee.
He doesn't play tennis.
It doesn't rain much in summer.
And here is something very important.
Very important.
After don't or doesn't, the verb goes back to the base form.
So we don't say she doesn't likes coffee.
No, never likes after doesn't.
We say she doesn't like coffee.
The S moves to doesn't, so the main verb stays simple.
Think of it like teamwork. The S already appears in doesn't, so the verb relaxes.
I like that explanation. The verb relaxes.
Let's compare. She likes coffee. Positive.
She doesn't like coffee. Negative.
He works on weekends.
He doesn't work on weekends.
Clean and clear.
Now let's move to questions. This is where real conversation happens.
Yes, because we ask questions all the time.
In present simple questions, we use do or does at the beginning.
For I, you, we, and they, we use do.
For example, do you like tea?
Do they live near here?
Do we have class today?
Now, for he, she, and it, we use does.
Does he play football?
Does she work on Saturdays?
Does it rain a lot in winter?
And again, after do or does, we use the base form of the verb.
So not does she works.
Never works after does.
It's does she work?
Let's practice a mini conversation.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, I do.
Do you wake up early?
No, I don't.
Does your best friend speak English?
Yes, he does.
Short answers are also simple. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, she does. No, he doesn't.
Notice how we don't repeat the whole sentence.
We don't say, yes, I do drink coffee. We just say, yes, I do.
This is how real conversations sound.
Now let's make it more personal.
Yes, because grammar becomes powerful when you connect it to your real life.
Adam, do you exercise regularly?
Yes, I do. I go to the gym 3 times a week. I usually work out in the evening.
Do you cook at home?
Yes, I do. I cook simple meals. I don't cook complicated dishes.
See how natural that sounds?
We're just talking about life, but we're using present simple again and again.
And that's the point. Present simple is everywhere.
In the next part, we'll take this even further. We'll talk about frequency words like always, usually, and sometimes, and how they make your sentences more detailed and more natural.
Because real conversations are not just I work, they're I usually work late, or I sometimes work from home.
And that's where your English starts to feel alive.
Ready to go deeper?
Let's keep going. All right, let's make your English sound even more natural.
Because in real life, we don't just say I work or I eat.
We add details.
Exactly. And one easy way to add detail in the present simple is by using frequency words.
Words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never.
These words tell us how often something happens.
Let's start with always.
Always means 100%, every time.
For example, I always drink coffee in the morning.
She always arrives on time.
Then we have usually.
Usually means most of the time.
I usually wake up at 6.
We usually eat dinner at home.
Next is often.
Often means many times, but not always.
I often listen to podcasts on my way to work.
They often visit their grandparents.
Then we have sometimes.
Sometimes means not regularly, but from time to time.
I sometimes work from a cafe.
She sometimes forgets her keys.
And finally, rarely and never.
Rarely means almost never.
I rarely watch TV.
Never means 0%, not at all.
I never smoke.
Now here's something important. Where do we put these frequency words in a sentence?
Good question. Usually we put frequency words before the main verb.
For example, I always drink tea.
She usually wakes up early.
They often play football.
But there's one small exception.
Yes, with the verb to be.
With am, is, and are, the frequency word comes after.
For example, I am always tired on Monday mornings.
She is usually happy.
They are often late.
That's a small detail, but it makes your English sound more correct and natural.
Let's practice together. Adam, how often do you read books?
I usually read before bed. I sometimes read during the day if I have free time.
Do you ever skip reading?
Yes, I do. I occasionally skip it when I feel too tired.
That sounds very human.
What about you? How often do you exercise?
I try to exercise regularly. I usually go for a walk in the evening, but I sometimes miss a day.
See, these small words, usually, sometimes, make our sentences richer.
They make your English sound more like real conversation, not like a textbook.
Now let's combine everything we've learned.
Present simple for habits, facts, and permanent situations.
Add s for he, she, it.
Use don't and doesn't for negatives.
Use do and does for questions.
And add frequency words to make it natural.
Let's imagine a full conversation.
Okay, Adam, where do you live?
I live in Melbourne.
Do you like living there?
Yes, I do. I love it. The city has great coffee and the weather changes quickly.
Do you work from home?
Yes, I do. I usually work from home, but I sometimes go to the office for meetings.
What do you usually do after work?
I usually cook dinner. I often call my family. I sometimes watch a movie.
That's a full, natural conversation using present simple.
And we didn't think about grammar rules while speaking.
Exactly, because the goal is not to memorize rules.
The goal is to understand the feeling of the tense.
Present simple feels regular, stable, repeated.
It describes your everyday world.
So now let's make this personal for you, our listener.
Think about your life.
Where do you live?
What do you do every morning?
Do you drink coffee or tea?
Do you work or study?
How often do you exercise?
Try answering these questions out loud.
Even simple answers are powerful.
I live in Tokyo.
I wake up at 7.
I usually take the bus to work.
I don't eat breakfast.
I sometimes feel tired in the morning.
When you practice like this, grammar becomes part of you.
It stops being a rule and starts being communication.
Before we finish, let's review one more time in a simple way.
We use present simple for habits.
For facts,
For permanent situations.
positive sentences, subject plus base verb.
He, she, it, add s.
Negatives, don't or doesn't plus base verb.
Questions, do or does plus subject plus base verb.
Add frequency words to sound more natural.
And most importantly, use it to talk about your real life.
English doesn't have to feel complicated.
It grows step by step.
One clear sentence at a time.
So keep practicing every day.
Speak about your routines.
Describe your habits.
Ask simple questions.
And remember, confidence comes from repetition.
Thank you for tuning in to Tune In English.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend who wants to improve their English.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a conversation.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Keep practicing
Keep smiling.
and keep speaking English every day.